This is Larry Tentarelli with a brief educational video for Blue Chip Daily Trend Report. Today, we're going to take a look at an open position that I've got in Devon Energy. It's currently plus 22% since my buy 13 days ago. And what I'm going to do in the video is we're going to take a look at the actual chart from when I took the position, what I was looking at going into the position, and then we'll take a look to see how it's developed. Before we get started, just to touch base briefly on the disclaimer, which says that everything in the video is for informational purposes only. So we're going to take a look at a few charts. We're going to take a look at a smaller time frame version of the chart from the buy. We'll take a look at the chart when I posted it September 14th on the members Twitter page, and then we'll take a look at another chart posted that night on September 14th, a little bit bigger time frame, weekly time frame. So we'll get started with that. We'll start with, first of all, the buy post. So September 14th, I posted in the afternoon $28.52. I was long Devon Energy, stop at 23.90, 5% position. So we'll take a look. Here was the actual tweet. So we can see the chart, and we'll look at a more dialed in version in just a minute. But basically what we have on the chart is it's trading over four moving averages: 20, 50, 100, 200-day moving average. Also had a recent bullish 20-day, 50-day moving average cross. And then what I wanted to see is it broke out and then it pulled back into the support level and over these moving averages. And this is ideally what I'm looking for. So I look for either moving average pullbacks or breakouts. And in this case, we can see that there's quite a few bullish signals in Devon. So we'll go back to those in just a few seconds. We'll go down to starting on September 5th. So I added Devon as the first energy stock added back to our members top 25 list. So every Sunday I post a top 25 list for members, my best 25 large cap ideas across all 11 S&P sectors. So Devon on September 5th started to show back up on the on my uptrend list, and we put that on the members best ideas list. We can see on September 13th, right around 28.92, I posted for members, energy's been consolidating. If Devon can break out over 30, it could have good upside potential. Then we'll go, I made it the members chart of the day, September 14th, pre-market. We'll come down to the buy signal, and then we'll take a look. I posted this chart September 14th at night. This is the weekly. So we'll take a look at the actual chart. So we saw the tweet. We'll take a look at a more focused version. So we can see once again, Devon had a bullish 20-day, 50-day moving average cross. It had broken out and then it was consolidating, almost a 10% pullback here, right over support, over the 20-day moving average, over the rising 50-day moving average. And all of this is very constructive price action for me. And one of the key things that stood out about Devon, and as we take a look at the bigger chart, the energy sector has been under a lot of pressure, but Devon, on a relative strength perspective, was holding right near the highs, holding over the moving averages, while a lot of the energy stocks were down here around the 200-day moving average. So later that night, and we'll take a look, this is a bigger picture chart, September 14th, that night after the buy. So my comment here was Devon had not broken out yet. I could be early, but the potential upside to me far outweighed the risk to the stop. So if I've got a $4 or a $5 stop, and I've got, let's call it $5, $10, $15, whatever it is of potential upside. To me, the upside potential on this chart, even though it hadn't broken out yet, was well worth what my risk was to the stop. And as I spoke about in the prior post, over 30 to 32, if it could get through there, could signal a lot higher. So if we take a look at the current Devon chart, here was the buy, September 14th. A little choppy. This is a choppy stock in a choppy sector, $23 billion market cap, 17 million shares. It's in the S&P 500, does a lot of volume. So right after the initial buy started to break out, traded sideways for a few days, and then pulled back here right over the 50-day. And I expect when I get into these positions, I expect volatility. These higher beta stocks like energy stocks can be volatile. So I really, once I get into the position, whether it goes up a few percent or comes down a few percent, that really doesn't change the way that I'm going to approach the trade whatsoever. So they consolidated it. And then this was last Monday when the S&P pulled back. And then we can see from that 50-day moving average test, it's pretty much been straight up. So 27.40 at the lows, closed at $35 today. So in the past 13 days, and it looks like trading days, maybe 10 trading days, the position's up 22%. But if we take a look at the entry, we can see really just what it was. Very simple trend following. And basically what I do, because I try to keep it consistent, I had a stock that was holding near the breakout levels, near highs, over 4 rising moving averages, bullish 20, 50-day, well, the 50 wasn't rising here, but over 4 moving averages, bullish 20-day, 50-day cross, and pulling back over support. So those are a few key things that I look for. And then we can see on the weekly, a lot of upside potential versus what the downside risk is. And so far, it's been a very strong mover. I haven't dialed anything back yet. Energy stocks are volatile. We've got some members that are a little more active, and there's been some opportunities at plus 22%. So I expect volatility. If I were a shorter term trader, I could just close the whole thing out here, close out half of it. I'm looking for a potentially bigger move in Devon. And while I do expect some volatility with that breakout on the daily chart and the breakout on the weekly chart, I think that there's still good longer term potential. But I just wanted to go through the trade, go through the charts just so we could see what did it look like at the time of entry, what did the weekly chart look like, and then obviously where is it right now. My website, if you're interested, bluechipdaily.com. If you go to the Join Now page, we go through what the member benefits are. We're actively accepting new members. Daily updates include the members only Twitter feed, real-time updates of all my trading activity, buys and sells. We do a nightly video where I cover best daily technical ideas in the major markets. And then every Sunday, I post a top 25 stocks list. We saw Devon was on there. It's on there again this week. Also, the high beta top 10. So these are some stronger relative strength stocks, Tesla, Affirm, Upstart, things like that. So I appreciate everyone's time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.